Hi, this is Sherry Zimmerman from Insurance Network America. Thank you so much for your patience. We will be getting started here shortly. We're just allowing a few more people to sign on. So thank you so much for your patience. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started here. This is Sherry Zimmerman. I'm the Financial Products Division Manager here at Insurance Network America. And in a moment, I will be introducing our speaker, Kelly Staub from Transamerica. I want to thank all of you for taking the time to be on the webinar today. And what we're really going to show you today is how to give your life insurance sales process some speed. So what Kelly is going to cover is a couple things. First of all, she's going to discuss the living benefit term life product with initial level premium options of 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 years. And she's going to cover that product, which is the Trendsetter LB. And she's going to show you just how quickly and easy it is to illustrate the product using our brand new NiGO system. And what the NiGO system is all about is it's a way to help you cut your new business cycle time in half, and it's going to help eliminate not in good order applications. It's going to ensure that you use the proper applications and the proper forms are used as well. And bottom line, it's going to reduce your cycle time and increase your placement ratio. And so this product is all about efficiency and ease of doing business, and it's going to get you paid more quickly as well. So what I would like to do right now is go ahead and introduce Kelly Staub from Transamerica. And Kelly's experience at Transamerica includes working in claims. She's been in customer service and sales support. And Kelly has an in-depth understanding of not only the sales process and the needs of producers, but the value of what we do as it relates to your clients. As a member of the sales team, she focuses on providing guidance, sales strategies, and solutions. So she's a great partner. And Kelly, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you. And thank you again for covering the NiGO system and the Trendsetter LB product for us. So go ahead and take it away.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Good morning. As Sherry said, my name is Kelly Staub, and I'm on the sales support team here in the marketing office at Transamerica. I am so excited to have you join me today. I'm going to just show you how quick and easy it is to write our Trendsetter LB using the NiGO e-application system. So first, I just want to give you some background on the Trendsetter LB. Most life insurance policies should be called death insurance, since that's when most of the money is paid out. But with our Trendsetter LB product, you'll find that you can help families through life's unpredictable changes. So we call our product Life Insurance for Life because it offers the 3 living benefits, which include the terminal illness, the chronic illness, and the critical illness accelerated death benefit. But it also includes that death benefit. So that Trendsetter LB provides the living benefits and death benefit in one life insurance solution. And it's for those clients that want that extra level of protections for their loved one's financial security. Let's talk about some facts that can happen to us. You may become terminally or critically ill. About every 34 seconds, someone in the United States has a heart attack. On average, a stroke occurs every 40 seconds. And a new cancer is diagnosed every 30 seconds in the United States. These are some scary statistics, but with the living benefits, we can offer that, you can offer that financial security if or when that life event happens to your client. I'm going to walk through what each of these accelerated death benefit riders means. So the definition of the terminal illness accelerated death benefit is determined when the insured is certified by a licensed physician as being terminally ill and is expected to die within 12 months. The rider allows the insured to accelerate up to a lesser of 100%, and we have a maximum of $500,000 of the policy death benefit in the event of a terminal illness. And we have the chronic illness rider, and that's being unable to perform 2 of the 6 of the daily living activities, so bathing, toileting, dressing, eating, without assistance from another person, or being severely impaired for 90 consecutive days or more. You can accelerate up to 24% of that death benefit annually, and over a lifetime you can accelerate up to 90% or $500,000, which is the maximum. Now the policy has to be enforced for 2 years before the benefits are available on the chronic. And then lastly, we have the critical illness, and that includes heart attack, stroke, internal cancers, major organ transplants, ALS, paralysis due to loss of 2 or more limbs. For this one, there's only a 30-day waiting period, and you can accelerate the lesser of 90% of the face amount of $500,000. So let me just review some of the product specs here. The Trendsetter LB is a term coverage beginning from $25,000, and it goes all the way up to $999,999. We do have a non-medical underwriting available up to $249,999. The living benefits are built in at no additional premium cost, so that's part of the premium. We have preferred and standard options for both smokers and non-smokers. And we have some optional riders that would include an additional cost of monthly disability income, a child rider, accidental, and the waiver of premium. And like we're going to go over, you can write this on the NiGO e-application system. Where you would win with this product is that it provides that acceleration of death benefit if the client is diagnosed with a chronic, critical, or terminal illness. The benefits can be used to meet the client or the family's needs, whether it's paying a mortgage, college tuition, final expenses, or just to assist with the basic everyday needs when something like a life event happens. So now let's go through the NiGO application. We're going to use that Trendsetter LB, and we're going to actually write it using the NiGO e-app. And like Sherry said earlier, some of the benefits of using that NiGO e-app is that it gives you, the agent, rapid access to the state forms, product types, products. It's really easy to use. The wizard screens, they have all the required and optional fields. It also lets you know when each section is completed in good order. It will give you a green check mark, and I'll show you what that looks like. You can view, update, save, and print the forms at any time. You have the option to do a print and wet sign or an e-signature. And then you can also, if you do the e-signature, you can submit it electronically, which will reduce that cycle time, increase placement ratios. It will cut that new business cycle time in half. So let's go out to the site. So we're going to go to www.insurancennetwork.com. Again, it's www.insurancennetwork.com. And you'll see here on the right-hand side, my screen, it should be highlighted. It says Secure Login or Register. This is where you will go to do the NiGO e-app. We're going to log in. Taking a second here. If you, while that's pulling up here, if you have not registered on the site before, you can do that here as well. You'll see here on the right-hand side there's a register, and you'll just click register now, fill in your information, and then you can create an account. If you have created an account already, then you'll just log in. And this will be the home page. And what you'll do to go to the NiGO e-app is in the top right-hand corner, you'll see it says Business Center. Right here. And then you'll see it says Life Insurance. And then you're going to select Term Life Quote. This is going to give us a Term Life Quote, and then it's going to take us to the NiGO e-application. And you'll see here in the middle of the page, it says you are logged in. Click here to quote term life insurance. Just a little side note, if you do look above here, it says above the run a term life quote, it says life insurance form. So you can get all of your forms, print and download them under life insurance forms. Today we're just going to do the quote in the NiGO system. So we're going to click on this blue box. And then we're just going to fill out the client's information. So we're going to put in a date of birth. We got, let's do for April 6, 1975. And it will tell you age last birthday and age nearest. Then we're going to select female. And I'm in Iowa, so I'm just going to select Iowa. Otherwise, we've got all 50 states there. Then you're going to put in the amount of insurance. So let's do $500,000 because that's the maximum of the living benefits that we can get. We want to do a payment option of monthly. We want a guaranteed term. And our desired length, we want a 30-year term. You can select, say, if you want a 15, 20, 25, 30, which we have on all of those for the LB, but we're going to select it a 30-year. And then we want, here it says all carriers and products, so we'll select all carriers so we can pull up our Transamerica. If you want to quote for any of the riders, you'll select those here. I'm not going to add those on it right now, so I'll leave that blank. Under the health class, we're going to select preferred non-tobacco. And then you can put in your client's name here at the bottom as well as your agent information. And you'll click View All Quotes. Now, what's really nice about this is that it's going to take us to the NiGO e-application. Well, here in a second. And first, we're going to find the Transamerica Trendsetter LB. So we got to go down here in the list. So right here, Transamerica LB, and it gives us our quote. And so $57.75, and it says here e-app. We're going to select that, and what's nice is that it's going to take us directly to the NiGO system. So we don't have to worry about registering on that site, just one seamless login. And it's taking a second here. So then we've got the Trendsetter LB here up at the top and our case information. So we're going to fill out the proposed insured. So we're going to do, let's do Jane Doe. And as you can see here, it put in the birth date for us. So we have age 39, and it has a gender, female. You don't need to put anything under case description. If you want to, you can. So say if it's like a business policy or a key man, you can type that in there. Or if it's for a child, just kind of describing it. That's for your personal notes. Then we have our carrier and product. So as you can see, it automatically filled in Iowa. As product type term, so you don't have to select anything there. And as our Trendsetter LB, it says NiGO e-app, and you'll just click select. And you'll see here, now we're in the application. Just a few things before we start, because I'm going to go through and fill in all these blanks and just show you exactly how it works. It's super easy, super fast. You'll notice on the left-hand side here, we've got all of the tabs. The very first one, it has a red question mark in it. That just means that this section is not filled out completely. And we'll show you that how a green check mark looks, and that means that that section is filled out completely. So it helps guide you through the process and know what's not completed and what's completed. So let's just go through. We got our proposed insured. So our first name, we have Jane. Middle name we'll leave empty, and then we have last name Doe. You can put in your title. You don't have to. If a question is required, it will be highlighted yellow. So you'll see here we've already got our gender filled in female. We've got our date of birth, age, and we need to fill out U.S. citizen, whether she is a U.S. citizen. We're just going to check yes. Then the birth country, you're going to select, we're going to select USA. And you'll see here it selects your birth state. So I'm in Iowa. We'll just select that. And then Social Security number. So you'll have to enter that in. No, I'm not entering in a real Social Security. So it's going to tell you that it's not valid. Because this is not valid, this section will remain not in good order. So I'll have that red check question. But we'll show you in the next section what a green check mark looks like. Then we're going to put in the resident address. So we're just going to put in a fake address here. We have 123 Test Road. And it will tell you over here on the right-hand side, cannot be a P.O. box. It has to be a physical address. We'll put in our city. And you'll put in your state, which should automatically be pre-filled because we already answered that question. Put our zip and a telephone number. You can put in an email address. That's not going to be for policy or billing notices. That's just for more informational purposes. And you're going to click Next. And this is going to take us to the next section of questions. So employment information. Are you currently employed? Yes. You're going to put in your employer. So we'll put in Transamerica. You can fill in your occupation. We'll put in sales. Put in the work number. And the job title. So this is highlighted yellow, so that is required. I'm just going to put in internal wholesaler. We have length and time with the present employer, so let's just put 5 years. Then we'll put in net worth. We'll just say 500,000. We'll say annual income, which is required. We'll put in 100,000. Then it asks, is the proposed owner the same as the proposed insured? If you check no, you're going to click Next, and I'll show you what this looks like. And you'll fill out the proposed owner's information here. So you can indicate the type of ownership and fill out all of that information. If the owner and the insured are the same, you'll check yes, and you'll select Next. And it will skip that section just because it's the same information. Okay, then we have coverage, riders, and classifications as our next section. So we're going to select preferred, which we actually had selected in the quote, so just transferred over for you. It's non-nicotine. Our face amount is $500,000. We had selected our premium payment mode monthly. And here it gives you the option what if you want to do pre-authorized check withdrawal or salary deduction. We're going to do a PAC for pre-authorized. And then you can select any riders if you want to add those. I'm not going to add those at this time. I'm going to select Next. And you'll notice as we're going through this on the left-hand side, there's green check marks. That means those sections are filled out completely. They're in good order. The next question, a Transamerica Opportunity Program. Is this a top policy? We're going to select no. And that's just an option that we have. If somebody has another term policy with another company and they don't want to go through underwriting, we will take a look at that and potentially give them that same risk class they had with the other company without going through underwriting with us. They do have to meet different guidelines for that, but we're not going to go through that right now. We're going to select no, click Next. And we're going to enter in our beneficiary information. Now to enter in the beneficiary information, it says click here to add. So you have to click on that. It's going to open up another window. So make sure you have your pop-up blockers turned off. We're going to add a beneficiary. We're going to do individual. And you'll notice all the sections that are required are highlighted yellow. We're going to do one beneficiary. Our share is going to be 100%. The relationship, let's say it's her husband. And we're going to do first name, John, middle initial, P, last name is Doe. Now, you do not have to fill out the Social Security and the birth date or the address. We ask if you know that information or if the client knows that information to put that in there, just because the more information when the insured passes, we'll have all the information we need for the beneficiary. Now, you can check here. It says primary beneficiary address, same as insured. I'm going to check that. They're married, husband and wife, same address. And click Save. Now, if you have another beneficiary you want to add, you'll just click here to add, and you can add another beneficiary. If you would like to designate a contingent beneficiary, you'll select down here below that checkbox, and then you'll do the same thing. You'll click here to add, and you can add a contingent beneficiary. I'm going to uncheck that because I don't want to add one right now. Then you're going to check the next box, and it says, I attest that on behalf of the company, I requested all information above, and the applicant provided the information completed on the form. The applicant was unable to provide any information missing from that form. So basically just saying that they're not able to fill out, like the Social Security and the birthday, which we didn't fill out. So we're going to click Next. Other insurance. So do you have any existing life insurance or annuities? I'm going to check yes, just so we can go through the questions here. And it says, do you intend to discontinue, replace, or change insurance with any company? We're going to say no, we don't want to replace. Are you considering discontinuing? We're going to check no. We're not replacing anything. And we're not going to use a 1035, so we're going to check no. Then it asks total accidental death benefit in force, and I'm going to say 0. And then you'll click here to add the policies and information from the other company. So you'll just check, is it a Transamerica policy or not, and fill out that information, and whether it's a replacement or not. I'm going to click Close. Then it asks, does the client want the replacement notice read out loud? If you check no, then you'll just give them that replacement form. They can read that. Were any sales materials or illustration used? And yes. So we'll click Next. And it'll ask on pending insurance, so any application for life insurance pending. We're going to check no. Is there any life insurance on the life of the proposed insured that they do not own? We're going to select no. As you can see here, it takes you through the process. You just keep checking next. If you do check yes to a question, it will take you to the appropriate section. So it's really nice, really easy. We'll keep going here. We're about halfway through, and you'll notice that under the other insurance, we weren't able to answer all those questions, so it has a red box with a question mark. So you'll know that once you get to the end or any point, you can go back in there and fill out the rest of the information. But we're going to finish the application here. We're going to go through activities. So ask if they participate, if they are going to participate in the next 2 years in any like hang gliding, skydiving, anything. We're going to check no. Are they going to travel outside the U.S.? We're going to check no. Then it asks if they've used nicotine at any time. We're just going to go down and check no. And then it asks if in the past 5 years have you been convicted or pleaded guilty to moving violations? No. Driving under the influence? No. Reckless driving? No. And check next. Then ask if you have a driver's license? Yes. And you'll put in the information here. Their driver's license and the state. Then ask if they have flown within the past 2 years? No. Have they been convicted of a felony? No. Are you a member of the armed service forces, including reserve? No. Are they currently in bankruptcy? No. Then here it says, do you want to complete the application part 2, non-medical health history? The only time that you would use this if it was under that 249.999 section on our Trendsetter LB, because that's going to be a non-med. They do not need to go through a paramed, so you will need to answer all the non-medical health history questions. You would select yes, and it would take you through all those questions. Now, since our death benefit amount was $500,000, we do not need to fill that out because they're going to go through a full paramed, and they're going to ask all those questions. So you'll check no, and you'll click next. And again, if you check yes, it will bring up all those health questions and lead you through it. Here, now the next section, it says conditional receipt. Are you collecting any money with this application? We're going to check yes. Now, our premium, I think it was like $57. What we're going to do is we're going to ask that they draft right away to take that money out. So we don't have to submit a paper check or anything. They'll ask what is the method of payment, and you'll do a pre-authorized check, and then fill in the bank information. I want to go through the other options that they do have. That first initial payment for the conditional receipt, we can take by credit card. If you select that option, you can actually fill in their credit card information. And you'll notice it says physical check there. It says that if you choose to collect a physical check, that will prevent you from electronically signing. So what you'll have to do is print off the application, send it in with a check, and then we can honor that conditional receipt. You would not be able to submit it as an e-application and then submit a paper check. You would have to do either the automatic draft or a credit card payment. So we're going to go to pre-authorized check, and we're just going to fill in the information here real quick for the bank so you can see what it looks like. So you'll fill in their phone number, their street, their city. And we're just filling in information here. Then you'll put in the account number, and you'll put in the account type and the routing number, and then the names on the account. And you're going to click Next. And what's really nice is that since we had said we were going to do reoccurring payment methods on a monthly draft, it took all that bank information and automatically just put it into the pre-authorized. It does ask if you want to mail additional premium notices to another address. No. And then you'll see here it says pack plan information. You'll select your draft date. So say we want to take it out on the 10th of each month. And it's already got all my bank information from before. So that's really nice. You don't have to fill it out twice. And you'll just click Next. And it will take us to the HIV consent. So it just asks if you want to disclose your results, who you want to send them to. You say physician, and you'll fill out your physician's information. Put in doctor and the address to be sent to. And you'll click Next. And then this is where you're going to put in all of your information. So you're going to put in your agency name. So we're just going to put in agent, a case manager if you have one, and then your producer information. So let's just do, we'll say it's me, Kelly, and put in your address, your city, and your state. And then you'll put in your office ID. And under producer profile number, if you just type in 001, that just means you're the first agent on that. And then you'll put in your producer ID number. And it does say here that your office and producer ID can be found at the top of your commission statement. And then it'll ask if there's a second producer on this application. If there is, you'll check yes, and you'll fill out the exact same information for them. Today we're just going to say no. Click Next. And then it's the report by agency office. So what's the purpose of the insurance? So we'll just say family protection. Are you related? No. How long have you known the proposed insured? We'll say 1 year. Proposed insured is, we'll say married. And it will ask, to the best of your knowledge, does the applicant have any existing life insurance? Yes, because we actually went through all of that. To the best of your knowledge, could replacement be involved? No. We said there was not going to be a replacement. Is save age requested? No. And then they will say, is a multiple policy discount requested? So what this is asking is, are you going to be layering, do you have multiple policies, any waive policy fees, band breaks, anything like that? We're going to say none. You're going to click Next. And if you need to add any agent remarks or anything, this is where you'll do that here. Now you'll see it says, not in good order, your application is incomplete. That's because we have two sections that have red question marks. You can go back, fix it, fill it out, whatever you need to do with those sections to complete it. Once you get to this page and everything is in good order, this is what it will look like. It will say, in good order, congratulations, your application is complete. And you'll notice on the left-hand side, they're all checked, green, and this is where you're going to just validate and lock. So once it's all in there, in good order, the application is going to be locked to begin that signature process. The application can be unlocked if you need to go back and change any information at any point. That's just if it's required, they need to change that information. So then you'll select Next, and you'll begin the signature process. So you're going to choose whether you want to email the application to the client or print the application and get a wet signature. We're going to select e-signature. Just another side note, once the signature process has been started, so once you choose your signature method, unlocking the application will delete the completed signature. So if you unlock it and they've already signed it, they will need to sign it again. Right now we're going to select e-signature and you'll click Next. Then you're just going to review the e-signature instructions. So you'll just read through those. It will state who the proposed insured. So here we have Larry Allen. Then the agent will need to put in their PIN, and that's going to be the last four of your social. So just put in the last four of your social, and then you'll need to put in your email address as the agent here. And this email address is where all the e-signature notifications will be sent. So you'll want to make sure it's your primary email address. And you'll select Next. And here you will need to provide the email addresses of the signers as well. You can include that personal message if you would like. So what you'll do here is that you'll just put in your proposed information, email address, subject line, and then type in your personal message. And up here at the top, you'll see it says the signature email has not been sent yet. Once you want to send that, you'll click Send Message. And then a confirmation page will come up, and it will say all required signature emails have been sent. And it will just confirm that, and you will be notified then going on all out here from here via email when the necessary signature steps have been taken. So if they fail to sign it within 5 days of the email being sent, you'll be notified that they have not signed it and that the link has expired. You'll be notified if they make 3 failed attempts to log in using their signed password. Their password is, again, the last 4 of their Social Security number. You'll be notified if they successfully sign it or if they decline to sign it. So if there's some information on there that is not correct, they can decline it, and it'll come back to you, and you can unlock the application and correct that and then re-begin the signature process. Okay, here. Let me just show you what a sample email is that they would receive. You'll see here in the yellow box, we just have a static message thanking them for applying for the term life insurance policy. Then you'll see in the green box below that, it's a personalized message. So if you chose to type in a personal message, that's where that will show up. And in the last section here in the blue box, please click here to be directed to your online application. So there's that URL. So just click on there, so they can begin the e-signature process, and it will take them to a page like this. And they'll log into the secure site using the last 4 of their social, and they'll agree to the terms of use to begin that review. So they'll just agree to terms of use, the electronic signature consent, and the HIPAA authorization. Once they do all of those, the I agree button will become clickable. If they do not agree to any of that, they can click I decline. And then the proposed insured clicks to e-sign where it's designated, and the app is stamped in with his or her name, date, and time. Once they have completed this, the PDF is then locked and cannot be altered. if you unlock it and change information, they'll need to go back in and re-sign everything. And you'll see here, here's an example. It was e-signed by Bob Smith at 10:07 a.m. Eastern Time. Once they have completed that, then an email message will be sent to you to notify you that the e-signature has been completed. So you'll see it says from carrier to you, and it says your action is needed on the life insurance application for Bob Smith. So then you as an agent will need to sign it, do that last signature. And once you do that last signature and hit submit, it will then be locked, cannot be altered, and it will be sent to your case manager to review and forward to Transamerica. So as you can see here, it's really an easy process. As long as you have all of those green check marks that's in good order, you can submit that. It's an easy process. Your new business time is cut in half. You don't have to worry about handwriting or anything, losing extra forms. It's got everything required in there. So I hope you guys learned something. If you have questions on that, you can contact your MGA office or your admin. Again, we really appreciate your business, and thank you so much for having me today. And Sherry, I'll hand it off to you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kelly. What a great presentation. Hopefully all of you that are on the phone gathered information in two particular areas. Number one, the Trendsetter LB sounds like a phenomenal product, and that we could definitely utilize that. And I'm sure we will be more than happy to provide information to the producers that are on the phone. And then secondly, I think that you made this appear to be extremely easy, which is what we want it to do. We want it to be very efficient for our producers so that they can spend more time in front of their clients and then get their business processed very, very efficiently and get paid quickly. So this new NiGO system, if any of you have any questions on it whatsoever, please call us at 800-456-7999. Your marketing consultant will be happy to get more information to you, as well as information on the Trendsetter LB. And again, thank you so much, Kelly. Appreciate your time, and again, great presentation. And I think it was definitely detailed, and it was just perfect. So thank you again. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time. Have a wonderful day, and we appreciate your business immensely. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.